Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another art journal video. Today I will stay away from this Christmas mood for this project and go for something completely random. I'm using this tissue paper to start with my project. I got this from Paper Arts website and I didn't open it before and when I opened I actually was surprised. There wasn't one, there were like 5-6 papers. So it was the good news of today actually. I'm using this tissue paper with script on it just to start with my project from somewhere to give an instant texture to my page. And I am sticking it to my page with matte medium. I'm just trying to avoid wrinkles a little bit using my bone folder. But I don't mind too much because even if there are a little bit wrinkles, it adds more to the texture, so it doesn't bother me. And to push this background to the back a little bit, I'm covering the page with gesso. This is also to prepare my page for paint for all the mediums I will use. As you will see, I'm lightly covering it. This is light gesso, so it doesn't cover all this beautiful background that I have on my page at the moment. I'm drying my page quickly. For today, I decided to use 6 acrylic glaze. I'm using these two colors, Caribbean blue and moss green. What is special about this paint is it is not opaque, it is transparent and it has a very nice subtle shimmer to it. So I like it a lot. Since I have this beautiful background with script, I don't want to cover it completely. I want it to come through. So I decided to use this paint which is transparent. I'm going to blend these two colors together. If you see, I'm using my brush and moving it only up and down. This way I will have a beautiful look as well from the stroke of my brush up and down. And I am blending the colors slowly. As usual, I am building up, starting from light, going to dark, applying it over and over again while I am blending them. I am having some areas with green and some areas blue, and I make sure they blend nicely. And in the end you will see that I will have a beautiful texture and background color. I am also spraying water from time to time, as you see, when I feel like the color is too heavy and covering the background too much. And while I continue building this background color, I want to tell you, as usual, you will find full list of supplies down below at the description area or in my blog, as well as the close-up pictures of the project. So here is how it looks. I'm really happy with the final look of it. This time I want to give my page a border. And I am going to use this stencil sheet that I cut with my digital cutter. It has some border shape on it. You will see in a second. And I am painting the border with my 6 acrylic glaze again. This is chestnut brown. I like to cut these shapes with my digital cutter from stencil sheets. They are very useful and handy when you want to do some borders. You can also cut these with papers yourself. It's not a difficult shape. So you can create beautiful borders using it like me. I really like how it looks. Now it's time to move to the texture work. I'm going to use this cloud stencil and I am using heavy modeling paste here. But you will see that because the clouds are very big, I will have a lot of difficulty applying this. Although I love this texture work on my art journals, I am very clumsy with texture paste. I always make a mess. So I will keep going, building my clouds and then cleaning the mess every time. Since this is a sky, I also want to add some birds, but in a subtle way. I will use heavy acrylic paint. This is by Decorative. And I'm going to use this paint with my sponge and use this stencil. Again, I cut it with my digital cutter using some bird images. If you don't have a digital cutter, it's not important. There are a lot of stencils available with birds on it. And I am specifically using a heavy body acrylic paint, not a liquid one. Otherwise, it will go through your stencil and smudge, so you won't have a perfect picture. Now it's time to do my paper piecing. I printed these butterflies from an image on internet. I like that they are monochromatic and there is already texture on it, script. I cut all of them and now I'm going to go over the edges with my distress ink. I'm using vintage photo. And now it's time to stick them on my page. I'm going to use matte medium by Ranger, but with a fine tip applicator. Why I'm using it this way is I'm not sticking my butterflies flat on the page. I'm sticking them only on the bottom. I'm leaving the wings up in the air. This way they look like they are flying. I really like how they look on the page, flying from one place to the other in the sky. Now it's time to stamp my sentiment. I'm using two alphabet stamps here. My sentiment is: the limit is not in the sky, the limit is in the mind. So it goes very well with the setup of the page. I'm going to use a variation of small letters and big ones for the words that I want to highlight. This is the moment I realize this butterfly is on my way, where I want to stamp the sentiment. So I'm going to gently remove it and stick it to another place. And I'm going to stamp my word on this place. Now I'm going to place my butterfly again. I'm using my Faber-Castell brush pen to go over the big letters a little bit. This is torn text by Tim Holtz, so it's supposed to be torn, but I am filling the gaps a little bit to make it a little bit fuller. And this moment I realized my clouds took the color of the paint underneath with the texture paste. I want them to be white, so I'm coloring them with this heavy body acrylic paint again. And here you can see they look much better when they are white. Also, I'm going to cover this part that I tore the butterfly from with the color on the background. Lastly, to bring the colors of the page together, I'm going to do some splashes with the color of the border, which is chestnut brown. So I'm adding some water to it and making splashes. And here is the page. I really enjoyed it. It was good to have a break from Christmas projects for this one. Don't forget to hit the like button or subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. You can find full list of supplies at the description area down below or at my blog, as well as the close-up pictures. See you next time!